Guinness World Record holder Chinonso Eche and colleague Victor Richard. More stakeholders commend Governor Soludo on Youth Empowerment Initiative World Creation. Dr. Alex Oti of Labour Party wins Abia State governorship election. And on the foreign scene, Saudi Arabia, Iran initiate measures to improve bilateral relations. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and thanks for joining us on ABS Evening News. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has announced scholarship for 14-year-old Anambra-born football freestyle talents Chinonso Eche from Enugu, Njikoko Council area, who recently became a 5-time Guinness World Record holder, and his colleague Victor Richard. Governor Soludo stated this in Awka when he hosted Master Eche and his team at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia. We have details.
The governor, who together with his wife, Nonye, watched displays from Master Eche and his colleague, said that his administration is very passionate about helping people to achieve their talents and is committed to youth development. He explained that helping talents to flourish is a practical avenue to building a bridge to the future, promising that the government will give support to available opportunities both at home and abroad for the kids to tap into. Governor Soludo, who announced a 5-year scholarship for both beneficiaries, said special attention will be given to their education as part of plans to keep them engaged, while avenues for their development are looked into.
Your school fees and so on, at least for the next 5 years, take that up, and then we'll see. We'll take it from there. For the two of you, at least you'll have something to encourage you, that you guys keep, producing those talents and keep, with what you need to be pushing and producing. Okay?
Earlier, while chatting with the kids, the governor's wife, Mrs. Soludo, said Master Eche's talent is very special and must be rightly harnessed. She promised to keep monitoring his development, maintaining that Eche's story is one that should inspire every Anambra child about big dreams and working to achieve them.
They're doing great. Maggie has talent. That's why I was encouraging them, because a lot of them with this talent, they make it more like this and grow. If we can be doing this in a talent show,
the manager of Chukwuebuka Freestyle Entertainment, a talent-based outfit that manages the boys, Mr. Chukwuebuka Ezuga, said that it has won 14 Guinness World Records since its establishment in 2019. He said that the organization has made significant progress on discovering kids who can do great things with the ball, but has been limited by sponsorship and support.
We've gone to some of them, like just Primavera Academy. The one that had River State. They went for the scouting program. Even when they kicked off the academy, he was there. He even entertained the Academy and the rest of the superstars were there. But at the end of the day, the people involved were like for money, so which the father could not afford it. The coaches to put him to be a part of the academy.
Chinonso Eche, who is in junior secondary school class 3, recently became a 5-time Guinness World Records holder in Rochelle Day Records, Milan, Italy, after surpassing his previous records for the most consecutive football touches in 1 minute. From the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, Daniel Ezigwe, ABS News.
Stakeholders have commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo on his plans to champion massive investments in youth development and accelerate the economic growth and development of the state through job and wealth creation. The stakeholders spoke during the launch of Solution Innovation District Program of Anambra State Government in Awka. Correspondent Blessing Uchendu reports.
The program, the special advisor to the governor on innovation and business incubation, Ms. Chinwe Okoli, commended the governor for always giving Anambra youth the opportunity to discover their potential, noting that the Solution Innovation District program is designed to empower over 10,000 youths annually on digital skills that would be competitive at home and exportable abroad, groom technology-enabled startups to provide solutions to local and global problems. Ms. Okoli added that entrepreneurs and smart artisans, through the right business incubation, will be enabled to acquire necessary knowledge, skills, grow and scale up their businesses to earn more revenue, contribute to the economy of the state and create more jobs.
This opportunity called on well within Anambra, we would like to work with all who love to see Anambra State progress. Let's join our governor to democratize innovation by helping take these opportunities closer to youth in various local governments and institutions that will enable more youth to explore and develop their talents and ingenuity. The goal is to collectively support our governor to build a thriving homeland for all of us.
On his part, the special advisor to the governor on youth empowerment program, Dr. Nelson Omenora, said the idea revolves around the efforts and determination of Governor Soludo to equip and empower Anambra youths to become useful at home and exportable abroad.
The future is our past. We've got a lot of opportunities, a lot of programs and projects that we want you to bring them. Thank you for what you've been doing for Anambra youths. And we plan for the people's manifestation very clear that this administration is about youths and youths. It's about jobs and jobs. And we want to thank you for giving me to that.
For the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Anambra State Information Communication Technology Agency, Mr. Chukwuemeka Agbata, the program will not just expose the youths to the opportunities in digital economy, but will also prepare them successfully to explore emerging digital opportunities.
Before Mr. Governor's administration, all MDAs had different assets, different websites, but today, everything is now under one, which is anambrastate.gov.ng. Which is why if you look at the website of the SEED team, it is innovation.anambrastate.gov.ng. Anambra today is one of the few states that currently implements this, and it's all thanks to visionary administration.
The state chairman of Anambra State Association of Town Unions, Asatu Youth Wing, Mr. Ken Okoli, said that Anambra youths are solidly behind the policies of the present administration and charged the benefiting youths to put in their best during the training in order to benefit from its positives and ultimately become employers of labor in the future. One of the beneficiaries of the program, Mr. Okechukwu Chukwuemeka, expressed gratitude to the state government and promised to make judicious use of the opportunity to acquire skills. In Oka, Blessing Uchendo, ABS News.
The Joint Enforcement Team of Operation Clean and Healthy Anambra, Ocha Brigade, has arrested 7 persons suspected for impersonating officials of Anambra State Internal Revenue Service. The team, headed by Managing Director Ocha Brigade, Comrade Celestine Anere, made the arrests when they raided Oka and Oyagu Abagana Asset. Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Suspects were caught red-handed collecting illegal tax and issuing fake receipts to tricycle operators and minibus drivers plying the busy Oka-Onitsha Old Road. Addressing the press at the agency's headquarters in Oka, Comrade Anere assured that the agency will not relent in its quest of ridding the state of criminal elements and restoring orderliness in areas of the state. He warned that anyone found flouting the law of the land will be prosecuted. He also stated that the arrested suspects will continue to serve as a deterrent to others who are bent on frustrating the good works of Professor Chukwuma Soludo's led administration. He called on traders, transporters, and residents to report any incident of extortion to the agency for prompt action. In Oka, Chibuzo Obidike, ABS News.
As the world celebrated World Water Day yesterday, UNICEF has called on the media to help by providing more time, space and attention to issues concerning water and hygiene in Nigeria. The theme for this year's commemoration is Valuing Water. Chief of Feed Office, UNICEF Enugu, Mrs. Juliet Chilwe, said that the media have remained very vital partners in programs of UNICEF and needed to scale up attention on issues concerning water and hygiene with a deliberate target of drawing more attention of governments, their partners, as it concerned the need for availability and sustainability of water. Chilwe noted that there is an increasing need for government at all tiers to ensure that the resources are engaged on the provision of water with the assurance that it will not only be available but also sustainable. Also speaking, Dotimiye Kekuba, WASH specialist, UNICEF Feed Office, Enugu, explained that UNICEF targets to strengthen technical capacity, noting that it is not enough to provide water, but very important also to ensure that the facilities are sustained, managed and maintained. In her remarks, Ijoma Onoha Ogwe, Communication Officer, UNICEF Enugu Feed Office, said that there is varieties of tools for communication the media needed to engage in research-based reportage so as to be better equipped for gender settings. When ABS News returns, Dr. Oti Ales of Labour Party wins Abia State governorship election. Saudi Arabia, Iran initiate measures to improve bilateral relations. Here's a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Stay with us.
A peak protein breakfast gets you up to a great day. How do I know? Because my daddy goes through his work feeling good and always with a smile. Mommy is always filled with confidence. My sister is always in tune. And for me, learning new things becomes absolute fun. Because all day and every day, the peak goes on.
Start your day with a Peak Protect Breakfast. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Evening News. The Labour Party candidate, Dr. Ales Oti, have been declared the winner of the Abia State governorship election following the eventual declaration of the result of the controversial Obingwa local government area results. The returning officer, Professor Nena Oti, declared the LP candidate the winner at the headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Umuahia, the state capital, after completing the suspended collation of results. Oti put a total of 175,466 to defeat his closest rival and candidate of the PDP, who scored 88,526. In another development, the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Enugu State, Peter Mba, who won the 2023 governorship election in the state. Mr. Mba polled 160,895 votes to defeat his closest challenger, the Labour Party candidate Chijioke Edoga, who scored 157,552 votes. The returning officer, Professor Madue BBC Iwe, who is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Agriculture, Mudike, declared the result after completing the collation of results from 2 local government areas of the state, which were earlier suspended by INEC over alleged irregularities. He said, contrary to earlier allegation by the LP agent Eugene Edoga that the Beavers machine was not used during the exercise in Nkanu East, the commission established that the machine was used. Through it discovered that there were some infractions in the election in the council areas. The federal government has indicated plans to install facial recognition technology at major airports in the country. The Minister of State for Finance, Budget and National Planning, Clem Agba, made this known when he hosted the Japanese ambassador to Nigeria, Matsunaga Kasuyoshi, and a team from NEC Cooperation, an information technology company in Abuja. He stated that the technology, which will be deployed through grants agreement between the Nigerian government and the Japanese counterpart, will easily detect imposters and improve security at airports. He also pleaded for the cooperation of all relevant stakeholders, ensuring that facial recognition had proven to be very effective globally in securing airports. According to a statement signed by the Finance Ministry's Information Officer, Olude Omolade, the minister promised to ensure the deployment of the gadgets at the Lagos and Abuja International Airport in the pilot phase before the project will be extended to Port Harcourt, Enugu and Kano airports. On the foreign scene, the Saudi Arabia and Iranian foreign ministers spoke by phone to mark the beginning of Ramadan and have agreed to meet soon to start the process of reopening embassies and consulates, according to Saudi Arabia Foreign Affairs Ministry. The Saudi Foreign Minister, Prince Faisal bin Faisal Al Saud, had called with his counterpart Hussein Abdullahian and pair exchanged greetings and congratulations on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan in both countries, the ministry said. The ministers' expected meeting is said to be the next step in the normalization of the relations between the two countries following the surprise Chinese brokered rapprochement announced on March 10, which is expected to see diplomatic ties restored 7 years after they have been severed. Riyadh cut relations with Tehran after Iranian protesters attacked Saudi Arabia's diplomatic mission in the country in 2016, following Saudi Arabia's execution of a prominent Shia Muslim scholar, just 1 year in a series of flashpoints between the two long-standing regional rivals. Iran and Saudi Arabia have supported rival sides in several conflict zones across the Middle East, including in Yemen, where the Houthi rebels were backed by Tehran and where Riyadh led a military coalition supporting the government. The Chinese brokered agreement is expected to see Shia majority in Iran and mainly Sunni Muslim Saudi Arabia reopen their embassies and missions within 2 months and implement security as well as economic cooperation deals signed more than 20 years ago. In sport, Super Eagles player Victor Osimhen has disclosed the Super Eagles do not underrate the daughters of Guinea-Bissau ahead of tomorrow's African Cup of Nations qualifying match. The Napoli forward noted that the Super Eagles will give the Guinea-Bissau team a respect they deserve. Osimhen also expressed confidence that the Super Eagles is ready to defeat the daughters. Super Eagles had defeated the daughters 3-0 to the last time both teams met in a group game at the 2021 AFCON in Cameroon. The three-time African champions will entertain Basiro Kada side in a 2023 African Cup of Nations Match Day 3 encounter at the Moshood Abiola Stadium. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again. Anambra State government has awarded scholarship to Guinness World Record holder Chinonso Eche and colleague Victor Richard. More stakeholders have commended Governor Soludo on Youth Empowerment Initiative, Wealth Creation. And on national matters, we told you Dr. Alex Otti of Labour Party has won Abia State governorship election. On the foreign scene, Saudi Arabia and Iran have initiated measures to improve bilateral relations. Before we go, here is a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.